You know, a while back, I said, I don't know what Stu is holding on to. And I really don't, by the way. His existence is nothing but misery. Reality is nothing but misery. The reality to the unconscious mind is nothing but misery, because its job is to interpret reality. And when it's switched, reality becomes subjective, and the only meaning in life becomes emotions. That's why these guys are emotional retards. And speaking of emotional retards, I have always hated emotional people. Every time any wrong has ever been done to me, it is because somebody has been thinking in an emotional spectrum. From how they feel, because they're retarded. I don't even know how to fathom that kind of thought process. It is that alien to my own brain. But I also think about, I don't know what I'm holding on to. Exactly. My sister literally, when I tried to turn myself into the FBI, walked out there, interfered, and then lied about it. Okay. I don't believe anybody in my family. Maybe it's all self-preservation. They're all just scared of the church because they're fucking pussies. But like, the other side of this is, I do wish I was smarter. And this is a thing that always comes up in my life. This stupid shit, trying to file Pro C, and just how ridiculous it is. Anybody with common sense would make this system easier and more accessible for everyone, not just rich crackers who want to terrorize people. But if you did that, then there would be more people terrorizing the rich crackers. Let's be honest, that's why it's set up that way. I don't really give a shit, because I think since my conception, maybe the whole world has been secretly just against me, and nobody wants to be man enough to admit it, because it's just easier to give up. Like, one of the stupider things, I remember this shit was kind of funny. Blondie, and how the women are provided by the church. He was confused when I said, I just want to live my life, maybe run into a fucking feedie, make her fat, and then die somewhere. It was like my fucking thing. It's such a simple thing. Anybody on the planet, any weirdo on the planet with a fetish could probably want that. Okay. And I remember the look of confusion on Blondie's face, because he's such a fucking loser. The women are provided by the church. And this is the thing with extremely insecure people. They will lie to your face and say they can make themselves love any woman. Even Blondie, who didn't like fat chicks, and he revealed that to me, was all about telling me he can like fat chicks, because I told him he couldn't. And as soon as you tell him he can't, he's going to prove to you he can, because he's insecure. And it's very cute, but it's a defective psychology. But I also think about, I effectively ruined my life when my father became my father, because he's a narcissist. Okay? And Stu is a malignant narcissist. Officer Fred is a malignant narcissist. Gannon is a malignant narcissist. These people are all malignant narcissists. They're all members of the church, and they were all drawn to me, and they are all obsessed. Even Uncle Ruckus, that self-hating black loser, is another loser. And what do these losers do? They compare themselves to me infinitely, and then if I ever get an opportunity to get anything, they steal it to make sure that I can't get better than them, even though all along I have always been better than them. Because I have an identity. Because I know who I am. Because I don't bother trying to please other people by grabbing their dicks and jerking it off and wishing my dad loved me. Okay? These people were born losers. It is in their blood. It is in their nature. It is who they are. Killing themselves would be a favor for them. That's not a joke. But they're not gonna. And like I said, I myself have always wondered, I would love to sit down with Stu and be like, what are you holding on to, dude? All you do is murder people. What is it? Why haven't you killed yourself? If you guys are so gun-ho, and this is the same thing with every religious motherfucker you meet, you truly believe you're gonna get a planet when you're dead, shoot yourself in the head, and go to your planet. You're lying. That's why you haven't done it. But I myself, once again, like, terrified of this, terrified of that. These are alien natures to me, by the way. I think this is all part of heavy metal recovery. I would argue if aluminum causes you to be scared and timid and constantly feel fear, that alters the wiring of your brain. And your brain can be wired and rewired. That's called neuroplasticity. So if the aluminum has wired my brain to be timid and scared, it will take decades to rewire my brain unless there's some type of drug or chemical that can force your brain into neuroplasticity, and then you can just alter it that way. That is the only way my brain, I believe, will ever recover, and I believe that is part of my psychosis, where I just violently seem to flip back and forth between being pissed off and terrified, and there doesn't really seem to be a real end in sight. Like, if there was a way to remove emotions from the human mind, I would totally take that. Okay. I think they call it a lobotomy. But not that in that form. I would prefer emotions just be there, but pointless. I don't subscribe to the behaviors I've been behaving like, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was a big ass fucking hypnosis session where these faggots were hypnotizing me to alter my fucking psychology, and that's where this actual irrational fears that pop up in my mind and these PTSD episodes come from, is my subconscious mind is just that fucking pathetic. And that is the thing that is really starting to piss me off, is the recognition of my subconscious mind and how it interferes. And it is just like these people at this fucking church. It is like you're driving your car and they're trying to force you to make a mistake by continuously slamming into you and they don't care. They get themselves killed. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. Okay, everything is, they're the monkeys, and their malignant narcissist leader is worth defending no matter what, even though he's a complete piece of shit and all he does is go around poisoning people with heavy metals and then screaming he's somehow the victim. Like, dude, if there is going to be another wish, maybe my next wish should be, none of your faggot ass fucking church leaders are allowed to ever say they're the fucking victim in anything, ever. Everything is their fault now. Everything. Climate change, their fault. Okay? Ugly babies, their fault. Problems in the world, that's your fault. Everything is your fault now. You're never allowed to be the victim. You're the cuck. Okay? That just, whatever, dude. Fucking, I don't, dude, I don't even care. All these videos seem to have a deep religious overtone, but it's, how can you not? You're talking about a church of pedophiles. These sons of bitches, okay, who don't want to be outed for what they are, disgusting human beings, they're planning to cuck me with it. And I remember Gannon did this, where he would show me a video and they would always be out of context. It'd be 5 seconds of some dude making fun of Gannon, and then he'd be like, he believes that, not me, and just lying, just straight up fucking lying. Like, this is the thing I said. The malignant narcissist's true ability is they can lie. And they can lie exorbitantly. And they lie about every goddamn thing. Okay? And this shit, even with Anal Eating Mummy God, they back themselves into a corner and then they start telling you, you need to believe me. No, you need to believe me. No, there is no reason to believe you, because all you did is fucking lie. Even my cuddle buddy, who was a part of this church to begin with, just started lying one day and wouldn't stop. Okay, and that's why I don't want anything to do with that dumb, filthy bitch, okay? Fucking, dear fucking God, I swear I'd stab that bitch to death, just because That's your plan? You're just going to start lying and then threatening me and telling me you need to believe me when I want you to believe me, but I'm going to lie to you, but you also need... No. You're going to tell the fucking truth. That's what's going to fucking happen. You're going to tell the fucking truth. I don't give a fuck. Okay? And maybe that could be the wish. Every filthy bastard in your church just needs to tell the truth no matter what. Somebody, did you rape your kid? Yeah. You fucking idiot. Okay? Like... Oh God, we can't lie to people anymore. It's all over. We can't be complete pieces of shit. Oh, he made a wish that ruined everything. Oh, why does the system fall down like this? Maybe if we were good people, this wouldn't happen. And this shit even feeds into fucking Blondie's bullshit, because I remember this stupid thing and I was like, because you do this with every religious retard. It's not special, it's not unique. Who do you think Jesus was? Do you honestly believe that Jesus Christ, the Jesus Christ, went out there, was raping kids, and then poisoning people with heavy metals, lying, cheating, stealing, and killing to get what he wants? Do you honestly believe that's who Jesus was? And then he was pretending to be a miracle doer. Do you really believe that? And I remember Blondie like, it's how a God behaves! Like, what? Look, it is my personal opinion. I remember I told him to the face, I was like, do you, when you do your voodoo shit, have to hit people with the LSD and then hypnotize them? I was like, because if you're telling me that it's just a chemical process and anybody can learn it, and I remember this look of horror, no, it's not, it's special, bullshit. Bullshit. It's not special. I guarantee you could probably teach anybody to do what these dumb bastards do. And it wouldn't be special, it wouldn't be unique. You'd just be destroying people's minds with fucking heavy metals and LSD and then telling them to go get you a sandwich from the kitchen and they'd fucking do it. Okay? Like, the stuff is beyond me as a human being to comprehend. Fucking, the fact that you have to use heavy metals and drugs to control people, and then you're like, look at me, I'm a god. Do you, like, once again, do you think the real God's gonna be like, I'm gonna show you my powers, but first I need you to pop this LSD? Whatever, man. I personally don't even want to live in this world anymore. And not because this world has to be a disgusting world. It's because these people make it a disgusting world by how they behave. They create the suffering. And once again, they believe life is suffering, so if I hurt people, it's good because that's how it is. That's how it is. No, that's what you believe. And what you believe, you put into the world. Once you go, life is suffering, that's it, then guess what? Life is suffering, that's it. Okay, and I would even argue, if you're going to say that to people, then you should expect that to come back on you. You shouldn't be surprised when people light your kids on fire, or beat you to death, or shoot your wife in the head. You should be thankful because you just said life is suffering, so therefore anything goes. No more LSD, by the way, because life is suffering. Why are you popping LSD? That makes you feel good. The suffering's good for you. And remember, you dumb bastards believe having a sorrowful soul means you're good. And what does LSD do? It makes your soul feel great. So you should be miserable forever. No drugs. Don't even follow your own bullshit. Whatever, man. I can't fathom it in my own mind. I really can't. But I'm myself in a monopoly because what am I fucking terrified of? And I would argue it's whatever was hypnotized into my mind because it is not my nature to back down. It is not my nature to give in to fear. I used to say this thing, I don't let fear make my decisions. Like, this entire situation came about because everybody involved let fear make their decisions. Okay, the dumb bastards who came to kill me, why'd they come to kill me? Because they're under threat of death by the church. They're terrified. So they decided to commit an atrocity because they're scared. Okay? Shooting your church leader in the head isn't that fucking hard, you pussy. Okay? The other people, the people who got their kids back but decided I needed to die because they were scared I would sign the perjury. I ended up signing the perjury because you people were threatening me. Okay? I signed the perjury because I was poisoned with heavy metals till I was fucking retarded, but whatever. Nobody cares about that defense, so fuck it, you know. Who gives a shit, right? Fucking Jasmine Nelson, out there in the fucking desert, that dumb bitch, okay, like, terrified out of her mind. So what I tell her, don't give me drugs, she gives me drugs. I tell her not to make me do things, she makes me do things. Just does the wrong thing every fucking time, and then you're shocked that everything turned out bad? Kept doing the wrong thing every fucking time, and then things went bad? What did you think was gonna happen? Oh wait, but we don't think. Thinking is nuanced, and thinking is stupid. You fucking retard. Okay? Like, whatever, man. These videos are for venting and shit, but, yeah. They say in Buddhism, your goal in life should be to detach from everything, and I think the world is so disgusting, I have completely detached from everything. I think I'm out of options. Another thing, I just... This really stupid thing, fucking... Here's another, Bobby, what I should probably wish for. It's funny, I'm only gonna get one wish, because dear God, can I think of a million wishes? I'm just gonna wish for something stupid, because I think that'll be funny. I just picture the president being like, okay, Bobby, it's your wish. You can help the Memphis. Why would I help them? They made me violate every value I had, and they believe that Jose guy's the superior psychology. They love being raped, but apparently they're fucking idiots. I'm not helping them. They're stupid. Tell them intelligence is important. Tell them to stop drinking lead so they can spite their intelligence. How's that sound? When they quit being stupid, maybe somebody will help them. Okay? Okay, maybe you could end the human trafficking? Nope. I thought long and hard about it. And you know what I want? I want an order of Zaxby's. Insane, spicy, with fries and the chicken nuggets and a Coke. But Bobby, you can get that for $15. You don't have to waste a wish that you could use and make yourself a big hero and help everybody. They had their chance. They didn't help me. Why would I waste my wish on garbage? I wouldn't wish for garbage. I mean, they could be helping me right now. They're not helping me because they don't care. I suppose it's whatever. I'll think I'll think of a funnier wish than that. You know, something really goofy. Obviously, they're not gonna let Mary. I was thinking about this one. I thought this one would be really good. Is if I wish Mary Bowberry shot me in the head. So like she comes down here, she blows my brains out, and then fucking Blondie has to deal with her having PTSD nightmares. And this is the thing, she wouldn't be allowed to be high or anything. She just blows my brain out. And fucking, she has to look me dead in the face as my brains go everywhere and I just die horribly. And then she has to deal with that. Like, there's this weird ritual where they it's whatever. We're not even getting that. It's just disgusting. I'll make her do that to my corpse, and then fucking Blondie has to marry her, so he has to deal with her freaking out and screaming at random, having PTSD flashbacks as she's screaming about murdering me, and Blondie's like, no, every night we need to make Bobby stop. She keeps telling me what a piece of shit I am for making her kill that guy, and this would be the thing, she'd be under the threat of death from Blondie. So, like, he would have to kill her if she doesn't murder me, and I think this would be absolutely hilarious, because nobody would win in this scenario. It would just be horrible for everyone. Blondie would just feel like garbage the rest of his life, and it would just be the funniest shit on the planet, okay? And, like, I'm pretty tired of being alive, to be honest. Like, I don't... Every serial killer in America is from this church. Fucking massive human trafficking ring. They're pedophiles that rape their own kids. They have no values of any kind, but somehow they think they're getting their own planets or getting into heaven. Like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Oh, man. And then what do they want to do? They're racist, but they want the black guy to get cucked with everything so that they can walk out the door. Like... After what you people did to me, I'm supposed to allegedly settle for $4 billion and then just call it even. Stu walking in, oh boy, now I can murder people. Dude, the only way I'd agree to any of that is if every church leader agreed that the church is no longer allowed to help them murder people. They are on their own. When they get caught, they get caught. That's what happens. Whatever, man.